AAAFx, this is Chris taking a look at the Bitcoin market. Bitcoin has rallied rather significantly during the trading session on Monday. However, it wasn't as clear of a shot as the daily candlestick lets you believe. You can see the hourly candlesticks, we gapped up in the CFD market, pulled back, and at one point in the morning in New York, it looked like we were going to perhaps pull back into that box, but the Americans just jumped all over it. And you can see what's happened. We're now above $50,000 closing out the session. And I think then you have to look at the weekly chart, and that brings in this $52,000 level. Bitcoin is exploding in value. Part of this is due to the ETF, but part of it's also due to the idea that central banks around the world might possibly begin to loosen monetary policy in the next few months. And traders are trying to front run that. How this plays out, I think more likely than not, this just plays out like every other rally in Bitcoin. It will get parabolic. We're probably starting to see that now, and then eventually something will happen, and it'll collapse. It's a small market, so big money players, and now that we have the ETF, that's even more so going to be the case. They'll concentrate on driving the value of the ETF or spot Bitcoin higher, and then they'll hand them over to retail traders and they'll take a bath again. So it is because of this that you need to be very cautious. Now, would I short this market? No, absolutely not. Do I think it has further to go? Most certainly. But, notice how we had this big spike here in 21, and then we dropped 50%, and spiked here again in late 21 and then dropped like 80%. I don't see anything on this chart that suggests that can't happen again. Furthermore, you have to worry about financial conditions in general. Now, Bitcoin is not outside of the financial system. And in fact, the ETF has made it part of the traditional financial system. So if we do see some type of debt crisis or financial panic, the way this actually works is institutional traders that got in down here on the idea of the Bitcoin ETF will not hesitate to dump this. And the reason being is they may have to bring in those gains to help cover other losses. Keep in mind, they're almost always levered. So while the directionality is most certainly to the upside, this is not a party that lasts forever. The amount of gains that we have seen since late 22 is 220%. A little excessive, but that's something that Bitcoin's known for. In the short term, I do think that the ETF inflows will have a major influence, so you're buying dips, but do not put everything you own into this asset.